Good morning, students. So, without any delay, I'm going to start the nutrition in amoeba. Actually, the nutrition in amoeba is a type of heterotrophic nutrition. So, let's see how amoeba take its food. Suppose this is the amoeba and this one is the food, and amoeba has to take this food. So amoeba protrude out some extensions that is called pseudopodia. This is food, this is pseudopodia. Pseudo means false, podia means food. These are false food. You can say false hand to capture the food. And after a while, these false food surround the food. Now food is engulfed by pseudopodia, surrounded by these pseudopodia and formed food vacuole. Now the food is inside the amoeba and this portion is converted into food vacuole where digestion occurs. After a while, when digestion taken place, the remaining waste material is excreted out from somewhere else in the body. So this is how amoeba taking the food. First, this is food, this is amoeba. Ingestion means taking food with the help of pseudopodia. Second, food vacuole formation. And the third, digestion taking place over there. And the last one is egestion, means passing out of the waste material from the body surface of the amoeba. So I think it is clear now that how does amoeba take its food. Okay? So student, now it is very clear that how the nutrition takes place in unicellular organism. As in case of the amoeba, I have discussed the same with the help of finger-like structure, that is pseudopodia. Pseudo stand for false and podia stand for feet. False feet, that is pseudopodia. Now let's come another example, that is paramecium. It's also unicellular organism. Just look at the board. This is paramecium. These are hair-like structure, you can say cilia. And this one is the nucleus of paramecium. So in this paramecium, there is a particular spot to engulf the food. Suppose here is the food. And this portion, this one is called gullet. Gullet, just like our neck, paramecium having gullet. And the food with the help of water current, cilia, just forced down into the gullet. Now the food is coming into the gullet. And when food comes inside, it forms a food vacuole. Now it is clear, this is food, this is paramecium, here is the water current because it is an aquatic organism, and with the help of these cilia, it engulfs the food and the food just move towards the gullet and reach inside the gullet and forming a food vacuole where digestion occurs. After digestion, the undigested material is thrown out from the place. And this is how paramecium take its food. So two examples of the unicellular organism, that is amoeba and paramecium, both are just like brothers and having the food at different stages. So it is clear now or not? If there is any problem, you can just write in the comment box. I am there anytime. Students, today I am going to discuss a very interesting topic, that is type of heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, let me ask some question. I am going to give the three categories to you. Just choose yourself which one belong to you. Okay, first one. Individual break the food, then take the food. Second, take the food, then break the food. And third, just sit over the food and take the food. I want to say, पहले तोड़ते हैं फिर खाते हैं, या पहले खाते हैं फिर तोड़ते हैं, या फूड पर बैठे रहते हैं और खाते रहते हैं. So these are the three categories, and you can say these are the three strategies used by different type of animals. So what's your category? Okay, you can write me in the comment box. Now I am going to discuss these three with my own way. So the first category, the individual first of all break the food outside the body and then take it. Okay, for example, fungi. For example, yeast, mushroom. All of these just break the food outside the body and then take it. So first of all, they break, then take. And the second category is they ingest the food, they taking whole food and then break inside the body. So first of all, take, then break. As most developed individuals. And the third category is the animals are living inside the animal, other animal or plant, or outside the, that is over the plant or the animals. You can say this is the parasitic form. For example, lysis, leech, tapeworm, etc. So they just live on the body, live on others, and take the nutrition. They just absorbed. No digestion is there. Here, digestion is outside. In this case, digestion is inside. And in this case, no digestion at all, just absorption of the food. So these are three different type of categories, and I will discuss the same one by one. Recently I posted a video about the strategies, different type of strategies taken by the animals, different animals to take the food. So a number of students asking that why they are adopting a number of strategies, the need of that. So today I want to discuss one interesting fact. Student, do you know that what is the type of the food? Food may be of two types. You can say stationary food and mobile food. Mobile doesn't mean Samsung, Nokia. Mobile means movable. Is it? It is not surprising that food is walking. Is it? ऐसा हो सकता है कोई खाना खाने बैठे और खाना भागे? Is it or not? Let's discuss. So two type of categories I told. Stationary. For example, when we talk about grasses, grass stationary. So cattle taking its food, the food is stationary. Cattle's no need to run after a food. They just go towards the food and take its food. So this is one type of strategy. And second one, the food is mobile. So for example, chicken. For example, deer. Deer is mobile. Deer is running fast in the forest, and a tiger or a lion just chasing the deer. So the lion, if running to get the food, and the food is mobile. Now, this is clear. Why different animals using the different strategies. So here two things are clear. The food is of two types. One is stationary, that is grass, and second one is the mobile type of the food, that is mobile animals. So carnivore using mobile sources mostly, and herbivore using stationary sources of the food. Student, without any delay, I am going to start the nutrition in human. So before starting the nutrition in human, I have to discuss the alimentary canal. So what is alimentary canal? It is like a tube. This tube starts from mouth to anus. From mouth to anus. The tube is alimentary canal and having different reason, modified to different function. And its length from esophagus to anus is approx 9 meter, or you can say 30 feet. So the length of the alimentary canal is approx 9 meter or 30 feet, and it starts from mouth to anus. So this length also vary in different type of animals. Some animals are herbivore and some are carnivore. You know, herbivore are grass eating, herb eating, carnivore are flesh eating. Okay, so these two type of animal having the different length of the alimentary canal. Student, you will be amazing to know that the meat is easier to digest. I am not saying that you have to take the meat. Okay, I am not sponsoring that. I am not advertising that. But I am just saying that the meat is easier to digest. Therefore, the carnivores have smaller alimentary canal or small intestine. Shorter small intestine because it is easy to digest. On the other hand, the grass, the herb, the vegetables are a little bit tough to digest. It takes more time to digest. Therefore, the alimentary canal of the herbivore is larger than that of carnivore. So, this is the difference between the alimentary canal of the herbivore and the carnivore. You know, one more difference, how can you identify that whether this is carnivore or that is herbivore? Have you ever seen a lion taking the water or a cow? What is the difference? एक शेर पानी पीता है और गाय पानी पीती है, क्या अंतर है? The lion is licking the water. वो उसको अपनी जीभ से चाटता है. You have seen many times Discovery Channel also, I think. और जो गाय होती है वो एक साथ लेती है, उसमें मुंह डाल के एक साथ लेती है, गलप गलप. So this is the difference to identify that whether it is carnivore or herbivore. आप कैसे पानी पीते हैं? You just take one bout, two bout, just drink the water, and you are not just going to licking the water. No, na? So this is the common difference of the herbivore and the carnivore, and this is the common difference between the alimentary canal or the intestine of the herbivore and carnivore, that is short and that is large. And I will discuss with alimentary canal and the first part, that is foregut, in next video. So wait for that and write in comment box whatever you want to take more from my side. If there is any queries, so raise your queries in the comment box. I am waiting there. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.